Now in Good Morning Northwest, a deadly shooting in a medical center waiting room and the manhunt that took hours this morning. An arrest and new information about the victims and the accused gunman.
Right, this is it, the final hot day, and then the cold air moves in. We're going to talk about the timing of the cold and the thunderstorm potential. That's coming up.
A fire and hazmat emergency in Millwood. What we're learning about how that fire started and why so many people had to be decontaminated. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Thursday, May the 4th. We've already talked about Star Wars Day. Enough, maybe? Or at least
No,
for now.
not enough.
All right,
Come
not enough.
on.
Mark Peterson is here with a look at that first alert forecast for us.
All right, it is starting off beautiful. Temperatures are mild. Warm, actually, and we do have high, thin clouds. We're going to see sunshine today. Right now, it's 59 degrees. Coming in this morning, it was 60, so it went down to 57. Now it's working its way back up early. Here's a look at the 4 things you need to know as we get going on a Thursday. Sunny and warm, hot for some. Highs into the 80s region-wide, and then evening thunderstorms will be coming in. We'll talk about the timing and a big cool down coming in Friday and for the weekend. Forecast radar, we do see the clouds building from the south and from the east as they move in. Most of the computer models are saying about 8 o'clock. We're going to start to see this thing really fire up for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. It'll be earlier to the south if you're going to be in that area. And then we're going to see those through the night with heavier rains from Moses Lake all the way through the Cascades because it's going to hang out there for a while. We'll get a return engagement for tomorrow. Today, 82 degrees. The record for today sits at 84, so we're close to that. Coeur d'Alene, you'll be there. Mid-80s for Lewiston, but the Tri-Cities at 78 degrees. A little cooler as they continue to see those earlier showers. 80 by 2 o'clock. We're going to be hovering into the upper 70s, around 80 all afternoon long. And again, between 8, 10, 11, we could see some thunderstorms rocking our area.
An update this morning on a story we broke last night. The man who died in a single car crash on Highway 27 south of Fairfield yesterday evening was 51-year-old Gregory Holcomb of Spokane. According to Washington State Patrol, just before 6 last night, his car heading south rolled. First responders tried CPR and a life flight helicopter was called, but Holcomb could not be revived. The cause of the crash is under investigation, but Holcomb was not wearing a seatbelt.
And some breaking news in a fatal crash in Coeur d'Alene. Idaho State Police say a 76-year-old Hayden man driving a Corvette ran a red light, sideswiping an SUV before crashing into a semi-trailer loaded with gas. It happened on Appleway, just west of Ramsey, at 5:45 yesterday evening. A 73-year-old female passenger in that Corvette died at the scene. The driver died later at the hospital. This crash is under investigation. Well, authorities say they've caught the suspected mass shooter accused of killing 1 woman and injuring 4 others in a medical center.
That man had been on the run for hours before his arrest yesterday evening, and we are learning new details about the charges he now faces. Let's get you over to Sydney Charles at the Breaking Now desk with the very latest.
That's right, Robin. 3 people remain in critical condition this morning, and 1 person is dead following a mass shooting inside an Atlanta Medical Center waiting room yesterday. The shooter was caught after an 8-hour manhunt, and new this morning, jail records show that 24-year-old Dion Patterson has been charged with 1 count of murder and 4 counts of aggravated assault in connection to this shooting. Patterson is accused of opening fire just before noon yesterday. 39-year-old CDC employee Amy St. Pierre was killed. The CDC releasing a statement saying it's saddened by St. Pierre's sudden loss. 4 other women ranging in age from 25 to 71 were all rushed into emergency treatment for gunshot wounds. Of the 4 people shot and injured yesterday, only 1 person is in stable condition right now.
He spent about maybe 2 minutes inside the building where he then exited on foot.
Police then saying its camera network tracked Peterson to a gas station, spotting him stealing a pickup truck left running. Law enforcement then trailed him outside of Atlanta where he surrendered. And records show that Patterson left the Coast Guard in January. And police aren't saying at this point what led to the gunfire in the doctor's office. Coming up in 30 minutes, details on what representatives are saying about this latest shooting. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Two leaking chemicals started a fire that led to a hazmat emergency at Inland Empire Paper Company in Millwood. Fire crews put out that fire within a few hours yesterday, but they stayed much longer to make sure everything and everyone was decontaminated.
One of the chemicals that leaked was used to bleach paper. Fire officials say the bleaching agent leaked out of an overpressurized container mixed with another chemical and started a fire. Because chemicals were involved, Captain Scott Crawford said firefighters were extra cautious putting out the flames, but their jobs didn't stop there.
Don't want people to have to go to the hospital. We don't want that casual exposure.
Captain Crawford says every firefighter who went inside the building to fight the fire and employees who were there at the beginning of the fire had to be decontaminated with soap and water. He says while they may not have been exposed to the chemical directly, they were exposed to the smoke.
Newport police are looking for a man who they say is a possible luring suspect. Yesterday, someone in Newport called police to say a man tried to get an underage girl into his car at 2nd Street and Spokane Avenue. Officers arrived within minutes and made sure that girl was safe. Police say the man was driving an older white truck with a large scratch on the passenger side. He's described as a bald white man in his 40s or 50s with a short gray beard. He was wearing a brown sleeveless shirt with a yellow symbol on the front. Police are asking anyone in the area to check their surveillance cameras, and if you have information, call the Pend Oreille County Sheriff's Office. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:07.
Let's check out your forecasts with Mark, and we're talking about another hot one yesterday, hotter than we thought.
Yeah, and so many people are happy with the heat. No one's saying enough, but today could be enough. We're going to cool down. 85 a record yesterday. We're looking at 82 for our high today. Your full forecast is coming up.
And Bloomsday isn't the only thing going on this weekend. USA handball teams from across the country will be playing here at the podium. We're talking all about the game of handball and the tourism boost it's bringing to Spokane.
And some McDonald's in Kentucky are in trouble, accused of breaking child labor laws. Coming up, how young some of the kids were who were found working sometimes until 2 in the morning.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Twilight Bedding is the choice for all your mattress needs and now has 2 convenient locations in Spokane. Every mattress is manufactured locally, right here in Spokane, and crafted to meet any need you have, whether it's for your bedroom, boat, RV, or your pet. Stop by either location today and talk with an expert about the mattress that's right for you. Sleep right by Twilight.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP. I gotta call SWAP.
Here you go.
That's it? I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
You ever hear the phrase, it's all about the money? At Kootenai Casino, it's definitely about winning money, but it's also about the fun, the food, the spa, the people, and the friendly atmosphere you won't find anywhere else. Midweek rooms are just $79 in the Kootenai Falls Lodge, or Riverview rooms for just $109. It's all about us showing you a good time and giving you a shot at winning big. To book a winning getaway, call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
My parents started their first dealership in Coeur d'Alene in 1983. They took pride in being locally owned and work hard to help this great community we call home.
Now, 3 generations later, we're still proud to be one of the last locally owned Subaru dealerships, and we're working harder than ever to give back to the community that has supported us all these years.
Because we're looking forward to being your local family Subaru dealer for generations to come.
The cast of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. What was the last day on set like?
I couldn't look her in the eyes. I would think I was looking at the center of your forehead. But to be fair, isn't that usually where you have to look at me?
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gamma Knife.
All right, here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. As the Kentucky Derby draws near this weekend, concern is growing following the deaths of 4 horses at Churchill Downs Racetrack.
Race officials say 2 of those horses, trained by Saffie Joseph Jr., collapsed for no apparent reason. Saffie says blood work showed nothing out of the ordinary. 2 other horses, including Wild on Ice, who is entered in Saturday's race, suffered musculoskeletal injuries sustained while racing or training and had to be euthanized. Veterinarians say these deaths are cause for worry, but experts say it's not yet clear what happened since the horses died in different ways. Churchill Downs says the horses will receive necropsies. Results could take weeks.
This morning, Russia claims a drone attack on the Kremlin was Ukraine attempting to kill Vladimir Putin, and a spokesman for Putin claims the U.S. is involved. No casualties were reported. Military experts aren't convinced Ukraine is responsible, saying it could be a resistance group within Russia, a false flag operation by Putin's own government to justify more attacks on Ukraine, or a warning shot from Ukrainian forces, which President Volodymyr Zelensky fiercely denied yesterday. As Ukraine prepares for a possible spring offensive, the Biden administration is announcing another $300 million in military aid today.
2 10-year-old children were found to be working at a Louisville McDonald's sometimes until 2 in the morning. The investigation by the U.S. Department of Labor has 3 franchisees in Kentucky facing hefty fines for violating child labor laws. The agency says the franchisees own more than 60 restaurants in Kentucky, Indiana, and Maryland, and employ 305 children to work more than the legally permitted hours and perform tasks prohibited by law for young workers. In response to the allegations, a spokesperson for McDonald's condemned underage employment, calling the reports unacceptable and deeply troubling.
On our Thursday, the 10-second takeaway is all about sunny and hot today. We're going to see the need for summer layers to start, shades, and then clear that back deck by after dinner because the thunderstorms are rolling in.
Just about time, Bloomies. Preparations are underway for one of Spokane's biggest community events. Tens of thousands of people will hit the streets to run the Bloomsday race on Sunday. And you can run, walk, or roll your wheelchairs and strollers, the famed 7.46-mile course.
Yeah, the number of people signed up this year looks similar to before the pandemic, with more than 30,000 already registered for Bloomsday. Friends and new moms, Kylie and Taylor, are prepping for Sunday's race together. They were on the Centennial Trail with their babies in their strollers. Now, last year, because of their pregnancy, their plans to participate in Bloomsday didn't pan out the way they wanted, but they can't wait to be in the race once again.
Came down to Kendall Yards for Inspo. We were like, we'll walk the Centennial and we'll get all the way to Doomsday just to look at it, to prep mentally and be like, okay, we're ready.
Yeah, visualize the hill from afar. So we're ready.
We're ready to tackle it on Sunday.
Now, ahead of Sunday's race, be ready for parking and road closures. If your car is parked on the race route, it'll need to be removed before 12 a.m. Sunday morning. West Central or west end of downtown into Browns Addition. Yeah, make sure you got it moved. All right, Good Morning Northwest. Time is now 6:14.
Another nice day today, then a big drop-off. Mark's full forecast coming right up.
And Destiny Richards trying her hand at handball. A big competition coming to the podium, and she's there after the break.
Invest in community. Make new friends. When you live local, you support the people who make Spokane great. Shop now at livelocalINW.com.
At Just Between Friends, you'll find everything you need for your family. It's all here.
I've been shopping in JBF since my kids were littles, and we just love it.
Is the one-stop shop for everything that you need for your kids and your grandkids.
I'm a first-time mom. I got a lot of clothing, shoes, I got a changing table. It's been a lot of fun.
Such a blessing to be able to shop, sell, and save at JBF.
This has been a game changer for our family.
Just Between Friends at the Kootenai County Fairgrounds this weekend.
If you're ready to transform your garden into a beautiful oasis, look no further than Barn & Blossom's Nursery on the Spokane South Hill. The knowledgeable staff can help you select the perfect plants and flowers for your space. Whether you're looking for perennials, annuals, shrubs, or trees, Barn & Blossom's deeply rooted history in the hills of the Palouse remains and now offers new experiences to its patrons. Every weekend in May, enjoy a local brew and sample from our food vendors. Experience Barn & Blossom's Nursery today and create the garden of your dreams.
This place holds very special memories for Charlie. It's where he grew up, where he built his business, where his heart is. But not long ago, it was Charlie's heart that needed help. When he realized he was having a heart attack, Kootenai Health's team of more than 40 cardiac care providers was only minutes from his home. That's where Dr. Fritz and Dr. Burnett performed life-saving, state-of-the-art care to heal Charlie's heart.
Today, tonight, and tomorrow, Cal Cars is kicking off the month with a 72-hour sale at all 3 Cal locations, where they are marking down over 72 trucks, cars, and SUVs to sell fast. Plus, delaying all payments until August 1st. And $0 down is all you need. This is your chance to save thousands and trade your old vehicle in for something better with a complimentary 2-year service maintenance plan included. But it's only today, tonight, and tomorrow at Cal.
Don't miss the grand opening celebration of Quality Stoves and Spa's inspiring new showroom. The largest selection of fireplaces, inserts, and stoves at tremendous savings, featuring Lopi and Fireplace Extraordinaire. And Saturday at Quality Stoves and Spas in Post Falls.
At Coeur d'Alene Wigs, we have that great hair day every day. Wigs are a great way to look and feel good in a matter of minutes. With over 60 years experience, we will help you find a wig that matches your personality and gives you confidence. We also measure, fit, and refresh your current wigs. Stop in and shop our great selection of wigs, toppers, and accessories. Walk-ins welcome, appointments recommended. Coeur d'Alene Wigs, where it's a great hair day every day.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Well, Hooptown USA is home to handball this weekend.
It's a fast-paced sport that is like soccer and volleyball put together. The USA men and women's teams will play at the podium this Friday and Saturday. Destiny Richards is live at the podium with details on this other sport, bringing business and tourism to Spokane. It's really fun to learn about this.
It is. The podium has brought in so many different sports that we've been able to learn about. Karate, it's brought in wrestling, and now handball, which is one that I've never heard of until now. We are here with someone who knows all about it, Martin Brannick, interim CEO of USA Team Handball. First off, what does it mean to come to Spokane, bring handball here? We've been talking all about, the tourism boost that it's going to bring, but what does it mean just to be here? What's been your impression so far?
Oh, it's been great so far. I think, Spokane sports especially, the community has been amazing. We really felt the connection that the city has with its sports and with its facilities. It's been great. And I think from our side, kind of spreading awareness of the sport in all regions is really important. And the Pacific Northwest has been a key point for us, so we're really excited to be here.
Yeah, and so many spectators are going to be here. For anyone in Spokane who wants to attend the competition, what can one expect watching handball?
Yeah, so I normally consider call handball the most American sport that no Americans have heard of, right? So it's really high-paced, it's physical, it combines some of the elements that Americans love, so football, basketball, soccer, even some baseball in there, softball, whatever it is. So really high-paced, a lot of scoring, really interesting. So we'll have Team USA competing, some of the athletes from the national teams trying to make the Olympic teams, trying to make the Olympic Games. So a lot of cool kind of stories to kind of come in and watch for sure.
Yeah, the Olympics is really growing in different sports that they're bringing into that. So really exciting to be able to watch that here. And I've already learned a little bit about handball. The first step is that you have to get sticky stuff to hold the ball. It's still on my shirt if you saw that in the last hour. I'm going to have to put more on, though, because we're going to do some handball exercises coming up later this hour. Live at the podium, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
All right, I want to see her with a jump throw.
Yeah, me too. Okay, it's coming up. I know it is. Here is a live look at the sunrise this morning. The sun is up. It is gorgeous.
Beautiful day.
Yeah.
Beautiful day.
Enjoy it now.
Yeah, enjoy downtown. Hang out by the podium. There's restaurants all over the place. We got good stuff, patios, iced tea. It's going to be that day. Starting off warm, 59 degrees. A little cooler in some areas. I mean, Winthrop at 43, Colville 45, Pullman, you're at 49. Ritzville has just given up reporting. 82 will be our high today. So that's near record high temperatures. Back in 70, we hit 84. Tonight, we're going to see this evening about 8 o'clock, thunderstorm activity with an overnight low of 50. Right now, thunderstorm activity that's going into the Cascades right now and then headed towards Portland. All of that energy is going to continue to make its way up into our area. So we're going to see that into the Palouse. That's going to be 5, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock in our area. It continues to move out. We're going to continue to see rain through Friday, but this much cooler air fetch is going to cool us by, in some areas, 30 degrees. So we're going to have, again, that cold air on Friday coming out with that huge low, and it'll pull that cold air into our area. So the highs today, this is going to be it. 85 in Meade. We're going to be 85 downtown, 82 officially. But again, 1970, we hit 84 degrees. There is potential there, people. Upper 70s, Cheney and Spangle, 84 in Coeur d'Alene, Hayden, Post Falls. Yeah, it's hot. Now, we look at our planning forecast. It's cold. Tomorrow, 55 will be the high. Overnight low of 50, so the thermometer's not going to change much. And we're going to see, again, the potential for some severe thunderstorms. We're going to see meteorologist Chris Crocker and Matt Gray tonight as we have team coverage, as we do expect, because of the difference of temperatures, that can escalate the intensity of the thunderstorms.
Sure.
Okay.
Mark, thank you so much.
Good morning, Northwest Times, now 6:22. She has guided the Cougs to 3 straight NCAA tournament appearances. Details on the well-deserved contract extension for Kemi Etheridge.
And the Mariners break out the big bouts late in the game in Oakland to avoid a loss to the lowly A's. We'll show you how they did it next.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Local, friendly, efficient service. Isn't that what we all want?
At Perfection Tire, our stores are locally owned and managed. Plus, we sell the leading tire brands like Cooper, Toyo, and Nokian at our very best prices.
Experience the difference at Perfection Tire.
Hi, Kylie here with Dad at Parker Toyota. We know finding time during the busy week to schedule your service maintenance can be difficult. That's why we've expanded our hours. We're now open Sundays.
Schedule your oil change, brakes, and other maintenance needs at your convenience online, parkertoyota.com. Our highly trained technicians can get you in and out with our express service.
Experience the no-problem sales and service 7 days a week at Parker Toyota in Coeur d'Alene.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, we know everyone has their favorite spot. It's the 37-hour sale. For a limited time, get up to 37% off, plus 0% interest for 37 months. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
My name is Jennifer, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in November of 2015. Getting a cancer diagnosis is literally like having the rug pulled out from underneath you. When I'm at Summit Cancer Centers, I feel like they're kind of part of my family in a sense. They've always had my best interests in mind, so I'm actually very hopeful for the future. I would recommend Summit Cancer Center.
25 years ago, one extraordinary show danced its way into history. Riverdance. Now it's time for the next step. Experience the breathtaking phenomenon, Riverdance, the 25th anniversary show.
May 26th through 28th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Visit BroadwaySpokane.com.
It's time to think spring at Sculptured Gardens, the Inland Northwest's premier gift shop, garden center, and nursery. Shop early for the best selection for all your spring gardening needs, from seeds and soil to pots, containers, and cocoa fiber. Enjoy life. It's time. East of Sullivan on Sprague Avenue.
Shopping for quality tires but afraid you're paying too much?
You'll find you can trust Perfection Tire for the best deals on Cooper tires and other top quality brands.
Competitive pricing and the best warranties. Nobody beats Perfection.
Washington State women's basketball coach Kemi Etheridge is probably getting comfortable because she has no plans to leave Pullman anytime soon. Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Julian Minenso. Etheridge signed a 1-year extension with Washington State. The deal keeps her in Pullman until 2029. Etheridge led Washington State to its first ever Pac-12 title in any female team sport when the Cougars won the Pac-12 tournament in Las Vegas back in March. The Cougars have made 3 straight NCAA tournament appearances under Etheridge. Etheridge was also named the National Coach of the Year by The Athletic this season. Washington State has seen its win total increase every year with Etheridge. at the helm. Gonzaga women's basketball players Yvonne Ejim, Esther Little, Brenna Maxwell, and Callie Stokes will play in the USA Basketball 3-on-3 national competition this weekend. 16 teams will compete for the title. Gonzaga is set to take on Utah in the first round at 9:20 a.m. on Saturday in Colorado Springs, and you can watch the tournament on USAB.com. Washington State defensive lineman Christian Mejia got a rookie camp invite from the Denver Broncos. Mejia appeared in 28 games in his career at Washington State. He had 52 tackles, including 3.5 sacks in his time with the Cougars. Mejia was part of a Washington State defense that was the third best in the Pac-12 last season. And along with Mejia, here are the Washington State players who are making the jump to the NFL. Linebacker Deion Henley was a third-round pick by the LA Chargers. Defensive backs Derek Langford Jr. and Armani Marsh are both heading to the New York Jets. Langford signed as an undrafted free agent. Marsh earned a rookie camp invite. And that'll wrap us up for morning sports.
Hopefully all those guys go and knock it out of the park. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:26.
As we head to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on GMA at 7 o'clock.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a wild scene at a Hawaiian harbor.
Pretty sure that wasn't supposed to happen.
A woman and her passenger driving right down a boat ramp straight into the water, even smiling in confusion as their van sinks lower, still rolling forward.
I think there must have been some sort of shock or delayed reaction. I don't think that they immediately registered that they were in the harbor.
The passenger quickly making it out of the window, but the driver still inside.
I jumped in the water and got to the window and spoke to the driver. It was relatively deep where they were. They were drifting out. The weather was really bad. I don't know the reasons for them going into the water, but it happened. All we could do was save them.
And coming up at 7 a.m., what those rescuers have to say about how this all happened. With your GMA First Look, I'm Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
Martial arts is my passion.
I work out whenever I can.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it can be tough.
My skin was so uncomfortable.
The itching was so bad.
Now I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
At Colville Toyota, the pups are always sniffing out a deal that works best for you. Plus, our entire team is customer-focused.
If you want a hassle-free, simple, easy, enjoyable, and quick customer service, take a scenic drive to Colville Toyota.
We're customer-centered and here to help you with the new Toyota car, SUV, truck, and our mix of certified and used vehicles.
Colville Toyota, where it's easy to buy, easy to do business with.
We're your small-town dealership with the big heart.
Twilight Bedding is the choice for all your mattress needs and now has 2 convenient locations in Spokane. Every mattress is manufactured locally, right here in Spokane, and crafted to meet any need you have, whether it's for your bedroom, boat, RV, or your pet. Stop by either location today and talk with an expert about the mattress that's right for you. Sleep right by Twilight.
4 News Now anchor team, not just in the newsroom, but in the community. We're doing the work, listening to you, asking questions, and getting the answers you need to help keep your family safe. It's what we mean when we say, expect more on 4 News Now. From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Let's take a look at the stories you're reading about in the 4 News Now Story Tracker.
Idaho State Police say a 76-year-old Hayden man driving a Corvette ran a red light, sideswiping an SUV, then crashed into a semi-trailer loaded with gasoline. It happened in Coeur d'Alene on Appleway, just west of Ramsey, at about 5:45 yesterday evening. A 73-year-old woman in the Corvette died at the scene. The driver died later at the hospital. That crash is under investigation.
And take a look at this photo. Each one of these book bags is filled with drugs totaling almost 200 pounds. They were found after a 7-month-long investigation along the Canadian border. To see how they managed to track down the alleged drug smugglers, look for this story on KXOY.com. Well, Good Morning Northwest. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Thursday, May 4th. Let's check in on that first alert forecast with Mark. Another warm one today.
Oh, yeah. Smiles all the way around. It's beautiful. If you're getting ready to head out to work and school, know that light layers, that's all you're going to need. 59 with, again, more blue sky than cloud cover. Same for Coeur d'Alene at 56 degrees. So, yeah, this is really nice. 4 things you need to know. That sunny and warm day is today, but that's going to be it. Highs are going to be in the 80s all around the region. Evening thunderstorms coming in, and then the big cool down that's going to happen for tomorrow takes us through the weekend. Again, looking at the computer models, and really 7, 8 o'clock into our region, we see this come through the Palouse and then roll over the top of us. That's going to create that potential for thunderstorms. We already have thunderstorm activity to the west of the Tri-Cities, and that whole system's going to continue to make its way up towards our area. We look at what we have when it comes to those current conditions. Into the valley, you're 53, 58 into Deer Park. Coeur d'Alene at 50 and 56 into Hayden. Now, we look at what we can expect over the next 12 hours. By 10 o'clock, we're at 71 degrees. We're going to be in the upper 70s all afternoon long, with a high today into the low 80s. And 8 o'clock to the evening, maybe overnight, thunderstorm activity could be prevalent.
Well, in a surprise to many people, the Cannon Street shelter has closed its doors. We told you a month ago that this shelter was set to run out of funding by the end of May.
The early shutdown shocked both the people living there and city council members. According to the city's Shelter Me website, Cannon closed just a few days ago. People who called this place home say they were kicked out Saturday and told to either go to the Trent Resource and Assistance Center or find another place. One council member says the lack of communication is concerning, especially if people go to Cannon looking for shelter.
We are really struggling on the financial end, and so any savings that we can, generate here will be beneficial for track. And so those are all definitely, things that I'm thinking about, and I'm wondering, because there hasn't been any communication, if that was kind of part of how we ended up with this being closed a month earlier than expected.
Council members say yesterday was the first they had heard the shelter officially closed. The city is still looking for a consistent way to fund the Trent Resource and Assistance Center, or TRAC, as it now takes in anywhere from 70 to 80 people from the Cannon Street shelter.
And from the Breaking Now desk, this morning, the mayor of Atlanta is vowing that a now captured mass shooting suspect will face justice. Listen to this.
He will be charged and stand trial for his crimes.
24-year-old Dion Patterson is accused of killing 1 person and wounding 4 others in a mass shooting in a medical center waiting room on Wednesday. After opening fire, he ran from the building, and search efforts grew to an Atlanta suburb after police say Patterson carjacked a truck driver and a block away and drove away with that car. A camera network system identified the license plate of that stolen truck, and Patterson was finally captured in a gated complex. The Gun Violence Archive reports Atlanta was the site of at least 2 U.S. mass shootings on Wednesday. The archive counts more than 190 mass shootings so far this year. In Washington, Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock sharing his frustration on the Senate floor.
We behave as if this is normal. It is not normal. It is not right for us to live in a nation where nobody is safe, no matter where they are.
Senator Warnock adding that although it is a relief that the suspect has been caught, quote, these kinds of mass shootings happen every day in America so far this year. And Patterson has been charged with 1 count of murder and 4 counts of aggravated assault in connection to this shooting. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thank you. Well, scammers stole nearly $9 billion from consumers last year. It was a record high and a jump of 30% from 2021.
Financial website Kiplinger broke down the most common scams and how to protect yourself from scam artists. First, start by being cautious about the caller ID on your phone, especially if it's someone asking for private information. A legitimate bank or credit card company will not ask for that by calling you. When shopping online, look out for red flags. Be suspicious of online shopping sites with unusually low prices or companies that have no returns policy. If you're job hunting, beware of job listings that ask for money for training, certification, or supplies. And never send money to someone you have met online but not in person. There's a pretty good likelihood it's a scam.
Well, it looked like the Mariners might lose to the lowly Oakland A's until a late power surge. Trailing 2-1 in the ninth, A.J. Pollock goes deep for the second game in a row. The solo homer, his fourth of the year, sends the game into extra innings. And in the 10th, Eugenio Suarez goes opposite field for a 3-run bomb, his first home run since April 15th. The M's tack on 2 more as they win it 7-2. They'll go for the sweep at 12:30 this afternoon. You notice no fans really in the stands there at the Oakland Coliseum. Like 2,600 was the official attendance.
Ouch.
Yeah.
It's now 6:36.
All right, we're going to send things back over to Mark Peterson. One more day in the 80s, right?
That's it. Today is the day. And then it all changes tomorrow. We're going to get some cold weather settling in, so be prepared to enjoy the day today and then watch the thunderstorms later on tonight. Your full forecast coming up.
And this morning we're live at the podium talking all about the USA Handball Team Open happening this weekend. We're going to get a couple of lessons coming up in a few minutes.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
You filming?
Yep.
Try rolling your wrist, dude.
You gotta focus on balance.
You should switch to sledding. I'm gonna block him. Good idea.
Don't forget stick work.
Hustle's paying off.
When people ask me, why buy from Findlay Downtown Toyota, I say, it's easy. We have a great selection of new and certified used vehicles to choose from. Nick here will help you get the financing you need. Thomas is going to give you top dollar on your trade-in. And these guys can help you with any parts and accessories you need. Whatever you're looking for, you can find it at Findlay.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
If you are wondering when is a good time to come to Corner Furniture, we may have an idea of when to come check out our amazing selection of fine furniture.
May, we show you around.
Mayday, we're going down! For the best night's sleep ever.
Don't worry, you won't be dismayed at the prices.
It's always a good time to come to Corner Furniture. And this May, during our Memorial Day sale, shop great sale prices on our huge selection.
There's no mayhem here, just great furniture and helpful staff during Corner Furniture's Memorial Day sale. Going on all May.
We have your keys to fun. Tuila Casino is now Mr. Casino Hotel. New name means new fun. You could win this 2023 Chevrolet Trailblazer or $25,000 cash. Play your favorite games with your Sun Club card to earn entries to win. The more you play, the more you win. Earn bonus entries Saturdays in May. Join us for the prize drawing. Saturday, May 27th, starting at 5 p.m. Tuila Casino is now Mr. Casino Hotel.
It's time to think spring at Sculptured Gardens, the Inland Northwest's premier gift shop, garden center, and nursery. Open year-round, we share your passion for nature, gardening, artistry, and gift-giving. Shop early for the best selection for all your spring gardening needs, from seeds and soil to pots, containers, and cocoa fiber. Order your hanging baskets and patio pots now. You'll turn heads this spring with the biggest, best, and most beautiful annuals on the block. Enjoy life, it's time. Find us in the heart of Spokane Valley, east of Sullivan on Sprague Avenue.
It is now 6:40. The USA Handball Team Open is happening at the podium this weekend.
It's bringing more than 1,000 combined athletes, officials, and spectators to the podium. Destiny Richards is live at the podium this morning, and she's been learning a ton about the sport of handball.
Yeah, and this morning we're learning from a player of the game. We're here with Michelle Mansing. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, tell us about just being a part of the sport and just what you love about it. You're a member of the San Francisco Cal Heat.
Yeah, I've moved to the US 8 years ago and have started playing with the San Francisco Cal Heat. We have the biggest representation here at the Nationals. We're bringing 4 teams, 2 women, 2 men. We have a youth league in the Bay Area, so excited to be here and just teach the sport and have fun this weekend.
All right, so we're going to learn a little bit of the throwing technique. So what do we need to do here?
So you want to start with positioning your foot to point towards the goal, which is this way. The next step is, I always say beginners, point with, if you're right-handed, point with your left hand towards the goal, because that's where you want to go. And then you have the ball in your right hand. You bring that to the back. Your elbow should be shoulder height. Hips rotated, and then I'm pointing my finger, and that's when the throwing motion starts. I'll bring my arm to the front, right foot ends up here, and that's how you score. So let's have you do it.
Yes, all right. So we'll have you down at the goal, bringing it up here, and then we're trying to end this way.
Exactly. And you
want
to make sure that your elbow is up high.
Okay.
And then shoot all the way down.
All right. Here we go. Oh, okay. Ooh, that already hurt my arm. You have to do a lot of stretching. I feel like in this sport.
You do.
All right, nice. Well, thank you so much for that. You can see USA Team Handball players here at the podium this weekend. All the details are on our website, kxly.com. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
We're all learning a lot. Thank you, Destiny, for that. All right, 10-second takeaway. It's going to be sunny and hot today. If you're out doing sports, drink plenty of water. Summer layers needed, some sunglasses at times, and then the thunderstorms roll in tonight. High today, 82.
It's so much fun. I'm going to skip back to the handball thing because when I thought of handball, it was just, like you're on a racquetball court and you're smacking it with.
Yeah.
This is a whole
team
other
handball is a different thing.
It sure is. It's so cool looking. It's now 6:42.
All right, lithium-ion batteries have become a part of our everyday lives, but they come with a potentially dangerous side effect. Coming up, what makes lithium-ion batteries so dangerous and what you should do if you have them in your home.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Chicago, celebrating 25 years of Broadway razzle-dazzle. Paint the town again with Chicago the Musical.
May 13th and 14th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. BroadwaySpokane.com.
Hey, did you lock in the ringer for the softball team yet? We really need to repeat as Kubota League champs.
Yeah, check this out.
What's up?
56.
Is that Ben Gregg?
Yeah, he can hit, he can pitch, and he sold 3 tractors this morning.
Come to Adams Tractor and get your Kubota today. For new tractors, parts, and service, and with 5 locations, we are the Northwest's biggest and best Kubota dealer.
This is how legends
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups. Plus, get a $4,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little. To feel the sun on your face. And to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Don't miss the grand opening celebration of Quality Stoves and Spa's inspiring new showroom. The largest selection of fireplaces, inserts, and stoves at tremendous savings, featuring Lopi and Fireplace Extraordinaire. And Saturday at Quality Stoves and Spas in Post Falls.
It's spring decking season, which means the best time to get the best selection and savings before the summer rush hits. From the decking pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop for wood.
Shop where the contractors go for the best ideas to make your backyard beautiful for summer. From a great selection of aluminum and iron rod railing to the best quality decking choices, Windsor Plywood is the one-stop shop to get it done.
Windsor Plywood.
4 News Now is brought to you by Horizon Credit Union, proud sponsor of the Extreme Team.
It is now 7:15. Lithium-ion battery fires are becoming more and more common. Those batteries are used in everything from electric scooters and cars to electric toothbrushes and cell phones. These batteries have become part of our daily lives.
But they can also be very dangerous and even deadly. I take a closer look at the dangers in this special report.
Had they blown up, right, it would have burned the whole middle of the house out.
Greg Heister is a longtime local broadcaster who uses lithium-ion batteries in video cameras for his production company.
That I've had camera batteries for 25, 30 years, right? I mean, I've had banks of them in my garage, so I'm really experienced with them. And I've never had an issue.
Until one day last June, when a battery charging in his kitchen caught fire while he was out of town.
They went up like a Roman candle, it was described to me, could not be put out.
The fire burned through the kitchen, and the smoke and soot that filled the house made it unlivable.
All the furniture had to be thrown out, all the bedding, everything had to go. Every ounce or every inch of the walls had to be painted because it was covered in black throughout, like even the upstairs. It was crazy.
It's just one example of a growing number of lithium-ion battery fires the Spokane Fire Department has to deal with. Chief Brian Schaefer says the hundreds or even thousands of small cells in these batteries make them extremely dangerous.
It's almost like a firecracker. It just goes from one to another to another to another. And as one goes to another, and that thermal, the heat that's developed just continues to increase.
In fact, these fires are so dangerous, Schaefer says the department can't fight them aggressively like they would most fires.
The safer way to respond is very similar to how we respond to hazardous materials incidents. Very pragmatic within a structured plan.
But lithium-ion is here to stay. So if you have these batteries in your house, like I have with this battery for my electric lawnmower, Schaefer says, number one, you should never leave them charging unattended. And number two,
make sure that you have all the safety precautions in your home, like the smoke alarms, CO alarms. Make sure that they're up to date.
Greg Heister says he'll never charge lithium-ion batteries in his house again, and he wants everyone to understand there's a risk that comes with these batteries.
I brought those batteries into my home with my family, not understanding the risk, having worked my entire career around them and never ever dreamed of this happening. But it happened, and it could have killed. It could have killed.
Now, we want to make it clear and easy for you to understand how to take steps to protect your family. It's as easy as grabbing your phone right now and scanning this QR code. If you miss it in my story, this code will take you to a page on KXLY.com with tips from the Spokane Valley Fire Department. You can read the story, check around your own house, even share it with your friends. The more information you have, the more you can do to keep your family safe.
Wow.
And there's been a lot of local fires because of these lithium-ion batteries. Chief Brian Schaefer was just telling me about one that happened in North Spokane from an electric skateboard, and a dad had to break out a window to save his own 10-year-old son from that fire. And this just happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, oh my gosh, really something to think about, which I am thinking like, what is plugged in, where, and for how long?
No doubt.
Oh my gosh. Mark, let's talk about our forecast looking like another day in the 80s.
Yeah, this is air conditioning on full blast again in cars, homes, and apartments. And then we're going to need the heater again. 82, sunny and hot, light winds today. Thunderstorm activity coming in 7, 8 o'clock tonight. 50 for the overnight low. Overnight thunderstorm activity is potential as well. We take a look at live satellite radar, and again, west of the Tri-Cities, we see thunderstorms coming through, and then into Portland, another band of thunderstorm activity that's headed that way, and that's going to work its way north into our area. So we're really looking, again, around 8 o'clock, and that's what we saw at the beginning of the week, really, that same timeline, the heat, and then we're going to see the cold air come in behind that. Rain showers coming in Friday. We're going to see some Saturday, fewer, but it's still going to be rainy at times. Sunday looks to be a better day. Today, it's mid-80s all over the place in North Idaho into the valley. 82 forecasted for us, but yesterday we set a record at 85. 84, the current record from 1970, so we could beat that. We take a look at the planning forecast. We're going to be at 55 for Friday, mid-50s again Saturday, 60 Sunday, Bloomsday. Starting off, race temperature is going to be in the upper 40s, so be prepared for that. And then mid-60s for Monday, Tuesday. It's 10 minutes before 7. Your morning sprint is on the way. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Chewila Casino is now Mr. Quack Casino Hotel.
Hello, I'm Richard Karesian, Karesian Imported Rugs. Because I love to buy so many beautiful rugs, we're overstocked and now are having an important overstock rug sale where all rugs are half off their original price. Come see us today. Karesian Imported Rugs.
At Just Between Friends, you'll find everything you need for your family. It's all here.
I've been shopping in JBF since my kids were little, and we just love it.
Is the one-stop shop for everything that you need for your kids and your grandkids.
I'm a first-time mom. I got a lot of clothing, shoes, I got a changing table. It's been a lot of fun.
Such a blessing to be able to shop, sell, and save at JBF.
This has been a game changer for our family.
Just Between Friends at the Kootenai County Fairgrounds this weekend.
If you need a new mattress, what you don't know could end up costing you. Come to Twilight Bedding Mattress Factory and talk to the experts. We make your mattress right here in our factory, so we can tell you exactly what it's made of. Twilight Bedding is also the only place in the area where you can still buy a double-sided mattress. Visit our website to learn the top 10 questions to ask when buying a mattress. And then come see us. Sleep Right by Twilight.
What do we have here?
I was hit by a semi.
Looks good as new to me. For your headache.
Don't accept that small check.
After an accident like this, you need Craig Swamp and Associates by your side. We'll make sure that you get the help you deserve. And we only get paid after you win.
Well, how do I reach you?
One call, that's 509-999-9999.
How does free college or training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant gives eligible people money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
ABC's World News Tonight and 4 News Now. When the local story is national news.
When national stories hit home. Watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Hello, I'm Richard Karesian, Karesian Imported Rugs. Because I love to buy so many beautiful rugs, we're overstocked and now are having an important overstock rug sale where all rugs are half off their original price. Come see us today. Karesian Imported Rugs.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Thursday with the morning sprints.
Sydney Charles has the latest details on a mass shooting in Atlanta that killed one person and injured 4 others.
Hooptown, USA, home to handball this weekend. Destiny Richards has the details coming up.
Mark is telling us about some thunderstorms that are headed our way later today.
But first, an update this morning on a story we broke last night. A man who died in a single car crash on Highway 27 south of Fairfield yesterday evening was 51-year-old Gregory D. Holcomb of Spokane. According to Washington State Patrol, just before 6 last night, his car heading south rolled. First responders tried CPR and a life flight helicopter was called, but he could not be revived. The cause of the crash is under investigation. Holcomb was not wearing a seatbelt.
And some breaking news in a fatal crash in Coeur d'Alene. Idaho State Police say a 76-year-old Hayden man driving a Corvette ran a red light, sideswiping an SUV before crashing into a semi-trailer loaded with gas. It happened on Appleway, just west of Ramsey, at 5:45 yesterday evening. A 73-year-old female passenger in the Corvette died at the scene. The driver died later at the hospital. This crash is under investigation.
Newport police are looking for a man who they say is a possible luring suspect. Yesterday, someone in Newport called police to say a man tried to get an underage girl into his car at 2nd Street and Spokane. Officers arrived within minutes and made sure the girl was safe. Police say the man was driving an older white truck with a large scratch on the passenger side. He is described as a bald white man in his 40s or 50s with a short gray beard. Police are asking anyone in the area to check their surveillance cameras. If you have any information, call the Pend Oreille County Sheriff's Office.
It's a mild start to our day in our first alert weather with temperatures into the 50s. Solid 58 in Deer Park. Over into Coeur d'Alene, you're sitting at 50 with 56 in Hayden. We'll expect to see a continuation of sunny, hot weather, but about 8 o'clock, we're expecting to see thunderstorm activity roll in, and then we're going to see that shower activity through Friday. Over the next 12 hours, we're going to see mostly sunny to start, partly cloudy in the afternoon, and then about 8 o'clock, thunderstorm activity with a high today of 82.
Spokane police say the person who was shot in the South Hill Monday wasn't actually hit by a bullet. Instead, it was a marble or glass projectile shot out of what may have been a paintball gun or a homemade gun. It happened on 29th Avenue between Grand and Pittsburgh. The original call sending several schools in the area into lockdown. Police are still searching for the person responsible. If you have information, call Crime Check at 509-456-2233.
Authorities say they've caught the suspected mass shooter accused of killing one woman and injuring 4 others in an Atlanta medical center. Police are accrediting a surveillance camera network for the quick capture. 24-year-old Dion Patterson is accused of opening fire just before noon yesterday. He was caught after an 8-hour manhunt, and jail records show that he's been charged with 1 count of murder and 4 counts of aggravated assault in connection to this shooting. Coverage on the shooting is coming up next on Good Morning America.
And we have been learning all about the game of handball this morning from the USA handball team. I did my best there. And from players like Michelle Mensing, because players from across the country are going to be here at the podium this Friday through Sunday playing in the USA Handball Team Open. You can go to our website, KXLY.com, to learn all about the business and tourism that it's going to bring to our city. And if you want to be a spectator, you can get your tickets.
In a surprise to many, the Cannon Street shelter has closed its doors. We told you a month ago that this shelter was set to run out of funding by the end of May. The early shutdown shocked both the people living there and city council members. According to the city's Shelter Me website, Cannon closed just a few days ago. People who called this place home say they were kicked out on Saturday and told to either go to the Trent Resource and Assistance Center or find another place to live. The city is still looking for a consistent way to fund the Trent Resource and Assistance Center.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, what to know about the Fed's latest interest rate hike. Will it keep going higher? Where it will cost you, and how you can make the most of rising rates.
Preparations are underway for one of Spokane's biggest community events. Tens of thousands will hit the streets to run the Bloomsday Race this Sunday. So far, more than 30,000 have registered for the 7.46-mile course. Ahead of the race, be ready to move those parked cars if you're along the parade route.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
Savings at Lazy Boy are exciting enough that we don't need confetti, but why not? Don't worry, I'll clean it up.
The 37-hour sale. Save up to 37%.
Lazy Boy. Live life comfortably.
You filming?
Yep. Try rolling your wrist, dude.
You gotta focus on balance.
You should switch to sledding. I'm gonna block him.
Good idea.
Don't forget stick work. Hustle's paying off.
All right, good morning, everybody. The sun is up, the blue sky is out, and the heat is on. We're going to have temperatures by 10 o'clock into the low 70s. Going to be, again, upper 70s and low 80s. Much of the afternoon. Going to be a great day. Tonight, yeah, we're going to have double duty on with Chris Crocker and Matt Gray. Thunderstorms firing up as early as 7 p.m., looking to be 8 to 10, and so cameras at the ready. And then it's going to be cold air behind that for Friday with rain showers 55. 56 on Saturday, warming. Bloomsday 60 with a 20 to 30% chance of showers.
I think what Mark is saying there is that the weather tag team is back again starting tonight.
The weather team is back again. We'll see you throughout GMA. Starts now.